Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. This is the Tarot portion of the second half of my daily astrology vlog, which you can check out on my other channel, Astrology Today with Mel Rose. Over there, you'll find a description of the day's astrology as I have spelled it out here. Here, I will discuss the card that sits on the side of the page, and then I'll play another tarot card that, in the context of today's astrology, may give us something more to think about. So, let's get into it. The card that currently sits on the side of the page is the Eight of Wands, and it is here because in astrology it corresponds with the first 10 days or the first decan of the sun's transit in the land of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Wands in Tarot reflect fire element symbolism, and fire element symbolism is about spark, drive, determination, joy, even restlessness. Whatever those feelings are that arise that push us into action, that make us want to act to meet our goals, and then also sort of the pride we take in the goals we have already made or completed. Yes. So that's that's Wands, and here's the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is really just about momentum. It's really a go for it card. There are a lot of kind of go for it cards in Wands. They say different things. They're like, don't get slowed down. Don't fight with people. Don't grow too defensive. Let's go ahead and move forward, okay? This is all forward motion here. You have the Wands coming in from the past and pointing out toward the future, kind of saying it's all downhill from here, friends. It's smooth sailing, very go with the flow kind of vibe. Whatever the speed of events is that's unfolding now, you can move with that speed and probably make really good progress at this time. Another thing that comes up for me with this card sometimes is, the idea that inspiration is coming in, that sense of determination or the joy with which we pursue our goals is coming in. That green light is about to show up. If it hasn't already, it's on its way, okay? And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this card over. Oh, we got the Queen of Wands, friends. Queen of Wands. Wands and Wands. Okay, so let me not go on a 30-minute monologue about the Queen of Wands here, but she is one of my favorite cards. The Queen is a representation of a certain kind of mastery of that fire element symbolism. So fire element symbolism being about spark and drive and joy and determination. This is the Queen of Wands, and wielding it, who wields those powers sort of for the good of herself and the people that she keeps close, the people that she supports. A queen is a ruler, right? She has mastery, presumably of a land and a group of people, a nation of people. So what she does is in the interest of the good, the well-being of that land. And, I say she because queen is a kind of gendered term, but it doesn't have to be a gendered card, okay? This is just, that sort of, how do we say, that element of fire, element symbolism, that aspect of fire element symbolism that wields that spark, that drive, that determination with this sense of joy and beauty and sort of a real lust for life. And part of the reason this person has that lust for life is that, it's not as though there's no darkness, okay? They're very much represented here by the sunflower. There's sort of a sunshine. There's, the sun is a fire element planet. So there's a lot of brightness to this vibe, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a shadow, okay? So the Queen of Wands is also somebody who has sort of come to terms with the parts of themselves that are embarrassing, that have come to terms with parts of themselves that they would rather not show the world. When you're talking about wands, especially, you have parts of yourself to come to terms with that, you know, maybe you've been assertive or aggressive or mean or frightening to other people, you know, too much light, too much brightness, too much heat, right? Sometimes we bring a little too much of those things to a situation. This is a person who has learned to accept that part of themselves and not to think of themselves as bad or dangerous or problematic because they have these aspects of themselves that they would rather not show the world. Okay, they keep those aspects in reserve to be used, you know, for the best possible reasons, and instead they take advantage of this sense of restlessness and joy and determination to hopefully, you know, rule in a way that keeps people mostly feeling the light and the joy, and also feeling as though they are okay with themselves, even at the times when they are most in their shadow. So this is the Queen of Wands, and I know we just talked yesterday about Chiron and Aries, but the Queen of Wands is a very Chiron and Aries kind of vibe, because there is this healing the shadow element that comes with her. So, you know, healing the shadow, this is sort of looking back on the things that may have happened to us in the past, that didn't feel good, maybe ways that we acted that we're not proud of, or ways that we were treated that left us feeling a little wounded or scarred, right? And this person, you know, is the person who has reflected on that to come to terms with those old wounds, those old hurts, those old ways of being that might have hurt other people, come to terms with it and become accepting of themselves as a whole, not just as, you know, as just a bright side. Okay, nobody is just a bright side. Everybody's got a dark side. That's what the Queen of Wands says here. Like, I am a big bright side, but I have a dark side, and so do you. Okay, so you know, reflecting though on that shadow, learning to accept that shadow part of yourself as part of yourself is a very important part of healing. It's a very important part of that Chiron and Aries, especially Chiron retrograde in Aries, where we reflect on what we have healed already and what healing we can be doing right now, so that we can let down some old defenses and make progress in those achievements that we seek to unlock. Make progress, you know, on that sense of momentum and initiative we feel in the world. And, you know, Sun is trying to Chiron right now, so this is a very positive vibe. It's a very Queen of Wands vibe, saying, yes, we can come to terms with those old ways of being that we don't feel so proud of or we don't feel so happy about. And we can, you know, we can shine the sun's healing light into those spaces. You know, we can be accepting of ourselves as we are, and sort of, you know, call back the parts of ourselves that we have been, to make ourselves more well-rounded and complete individuals in the world. And taken together with the Eight of Wands, you know, this is momentum and momentum, really. This is momentum and healing. This is momentum and the kind of nurturance and love that comes from a place of fire, a place of joy, a place of heat, a place of restlessness, a desire to act. You know, some people help and provide by doing. You know, some people help and provide by working. Some people help and provide by, you know, taking action. And this is what the Queen of Wands does. So whatever actions that you're trying to take, you know, we've got the Sun in Sagittarius, Moon in Aquarius right now, saying, you know, we're really fired up. We're really heated. We are really sort of sharing our light and our joy at this time. This is the time when things really start to get dark and cold in the year. And so we really want to spread that sense of light, spread the literal light, spread the love, the fire, the heat, and the joy. And then Moon in Aquarius says, yes, we want to be the rising tide that lifts all boats right here. Okay, Aquarius is a very intellectual vibe. It wants to use science. It wants to use proven methods, but it doesn't want to just do the thing that has always worked. Saturn, okay? Saturn in Capricorn, it wants to do the thing that will work to provide support to the most people involved, okay? So the Queen is never just about the Queen. The Queen is about the people in the land that she rules. And so the momentum that we have right now is probably has some, you know, some of us probably the momentum we have right now, the goals we're trying to reach. They're not just selfish goals. It's not just a matter of, what I can do and what I can achieve, but what we can achieve in order to provide for, our group of people. Full speed ahead, friends. If you've got that joy and that determination, having been through Scorpio, you've done that work. You've made friends with your pet shadow, right? And you can shine a light. You can be an inspiration to others, as we do when the sun is in Sagittarius, and you can really use the momentum that you have on hand to not just shine a light and be an inspiration, but to provide in an action-oriented way to provide inspiration and growth for the people that we love. Inspiration, growth, expansion, those people that we are seeking to support. We want to lift them all up at this time. Okay, I think that's all I have to say about it, friends. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your presence. My name is Mel Rose, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today and Tarot.